With Transformers War for Cybertron Siege set to debut this week, officially on July 30th, on Netflix all across the world, and while others, as of this weekend, if not today, have already gotten a sneak peek at the entire series themselves due to connections they have, you have to ask yourself if this is how Hasbro plans to go in a new direction when it comes to the properties, the franchises. What I mean is basically you have to ask yourself if Hasbro is sending a message or an acknowledgement that this is the direction they want to go in the future when it comes to a lot of the popular franchises. More specifically, if you're an MLP fan, it makes you wonder, it has to make you wonder that with a lot of the rumors we had heard over the past year or so, along with the leaks of the possible new redesigns that the characters are going to get, the main 6, main 7, if you will, you have to wonder if perhaps Hasbro's sending a message, like I said, and an acknowledgement that this is where they plan to go with a lot of the franchises once they're adapted into an animated film or animated series format. And it makes you wonder that, makes you think that, especially like I said, with the rumors we had heard in the past. Rumors like, the new generation of MLP, along with the characters we know and love, with new voice actors and actresses to go along with them, and possible new tweaks to their personalities and the changing of pony races and species, like Twilight being an earth pony, Fluttershy being the unicorn, and Pinky being a Pegasus, stuff like that. It makes you wonder what else they have in mind. Like I said, one of the rumors that they had going, and I don't know if it's still true, is the new generation of MLP is going to be aimed at an older demographic, an older audience. Basically, Hasbro acknowledging that a majority of their finances for MLP have been coming from the adult fan base over the past almost near decade of its existence. So you have to wonder if maybe that's why the rumor has been circulating that they plan to make MLP G5 aimed at an older audience. Now, I know some people may think Pony Life is G5, but no. Pony Life is basically 4.5. It's basically a filler generation, a half generation, if you will, to kind of whet your appetite, to keep your interest in MLP in preparation for G5, which is planning to come out possibly around next year to tie in with the new movie. But getting back on track and getting back on point here, you have to wonder if perhaps like I said, if Hasbro plans to kind of use War for Cybertron, as a foundation to kind of showcase what they have planned for, like I said, the future of the brands. Like, if they plan to go in a more dramatic, darker direction with, franchises like G.I. Joe and Micronauts and ROM and Gem and all that. And you have to wonder if maybe the next one to go in that direction could be MLP, more specifically the next generation. Because like I said, the rumors that had been circulating for years, and I mean, well, not years, but for the past year or so, and again, I don't know if either one of them is true still, or any of it's true, that basically the plan for the next generation of MLP, which is not Pony Life, that's 4.5, but basically the plan being that, we're going to get a probably more darker, dramatic at times MLP show aimed at that older audience. Because you got to look at how they're promoting War for Cybertron Siege. War for Cybertron Siege is being promoted as a Netflix original anime series. anime is usually associated as an adult animation. Basically, animation meant for older audiences, adults, teenagers, college students, stuff like that. So you have to wonder if perhaps, again, Hasbro plans to use War for Cybertron Siege as the foundation to build on for the direction they want to go in with their other properties. Like I said, more specifically, the one that really brought them a lot of financial success in the past decade, and that being My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, utilizing the same characters from Friendship is Magic and from Pony Life, but in a more darker, dramatic kind of way. Because like I said, one of the rumors that had been circulating was it was going to be G5, starting with the movie, I guess, is going to be aimed at an older audience. And I guess, like I said, that would make sense, seeing as though Hasbro's realizing the bulk of the financial success with MLP, came from that older demographic, from that adult audience. So it just makes you wonder. It just makes you wonder, whether this is going to be the direction they want to take a lot of the shows from now on, starting with War for Cybertron Siege, because it would be an interesting direction. And if they do, you have to wonder if Netflix is going to be the new home for a lot of these shows. Netflix or Hulu. You got to wonder if one of them will be the new home for any one of these new shows that go in a similar direction like War for Cybertron. Because if that is the plan, I should say, it's going to be an interesting scenario to look at and to follow. Because this does kind of fall in line. If you think about it, the direction they take in War for Cybertron Siege, they plan to take the sequel, Beast Kingdom. I think that's what it's called. The direction they're taking them in kind of falls in line with that rumor about, like I said, G5 of MLP being aimed at that older audience. So you have to think to yourself, if this is what Hasbro's planning to do with a lot of other properties besides Transformers, like MLP, like Micronauts, like Gem, like ROM, and many more. M.A.S.K, if you will. It makes you wonder if this is the Dungeons and Dragons. It makes you wonder if this is the direction they want to go in now. Because I think what they realize is the more darker and dramatic you kind of get, the more successful your movie, your adaptation of your franchise, whether it's a movie or a series, is going to be. So you got to think to yourself, is this the direction? Not, if you take out the war and the violence and all that, because you'll still probably get something similar to that or identifiable to that in G5, but it makes you wonder if, again, this is what they plan to do with MLP G5, since it kind of falls into that category that the rumors have speculated of it being aimed at an older audience and being a little bit more dramatic. It makes you wonder. So, but that's just my curiosity. Maybe I'm wrong about it. Maybe they're not going to do that. Maybe this is just something they want to do for Transformers. But again, think about it. Hasbro wouldn't be doing this and right now getting positive reviews on something like this if they weren't planning to do it not just for one, but for many. And you have to think, could MLP be on that list of one of the shows to go in a similar direction? But what do you all think? What do you think about what I had to say there, the speculation that this could be the new direction to take a lot of the Hasbro series once they're adapted into animated form, whether it's by movie or series? What do you guys think? Comment down below, let me know what you all think. I'm going to try to get something really quick to eat for lunch. And I am out, but let me know what you all think. And peace.